I sell computers for money, and to maximize profits, you have to find good deals on parts. Today, I'm going to be showing you how I find deals in a very big market. To flip a computer, obviously, one of the most main and crucial things is getting your parts, obviously. But even more crucial is finding deals on your parts. If you can't find deals on your parts, you're going to have a very hard time making money. So today, I'm going to show you what I do to find my deals. Getting right into it, starting with our first site, Facebook Marketplace. Arguably where I get, not really arguably, where I get most of my deals is Facebook Marketplace. Because it doesn't have as many people as eBay, deals stay on for longer and come out more frequently due to people not knowing what they're selling. Negotiating on Facebook is much easier and there's no really restrictions, unlike eBay, but Facebook comes with many cons as well. Obviously, you can get scammed on Facebook. Scams are everywhere on Facebook. You gotta watch out for them. You can find fishy people on Facebook. You have to drive around to get your deals, which can cost a lot of gas if you go around a lot. But mainly, the main con is that you can get scammed real easy because Facebook doesn't really have a policy against it. So I'm going to tell you my tips so I don't get scammed. You can get all the goods without the bads. First, whoever you're messaging or dealing with, check their account. It could be a scam account. It could be a burner account. It could be anything. Doesn't mean if it's a burner account, it's not a totally bad sign, but still something to watch out for. Don't send anybody money. Don't deal personally, at least. Don't do the online sites. Cash is king, and it just feels like you can get scammed on a lot of those online sites, in my experience. There's also trades. There's nothing wrong with trades. They're not scammy or anything, but normally don't really take a trade. They're generally not really good exchanges. Unlike eBay, there's not really any expertise settings you have to enable and disable. That about rounds it up for Facebook Marketplace. It's not real complicated, except you have to look out for the scammers. Getting on to number 2, eBay. eBay is one of the biggest marketplaces in the world. Let's get that out of the way. Which means there's a lot of people on it, which means good deals are going to be snatched fast, and a lot of people know what they're selling a lot more than they do on Facebook. So you gotta see things fast. And one of the good things about eBay is although there's a lot of people, eBay is also very used. So they have very good policies if something doesn't work, and a lot of what am I trying to think? Marketers have a return policy by themselves. So the trick to seeing things first on eBay, there's 2 methods. Auctions. Auctions are your friends. Pretty much you just look up whatever you're gonna look up. You click on sort, go to ending soonest. It'll show you all the auctions ending soonest, starting from ending soonest to ending least soonest. And then routinely I'll just go and look up a lot of things and click on ending soonest, watch list a couple of things. But the second method is much more advanced, much more complicated. It involves saving searches where you look something up, you go to the little save search button, you click save search and it'll save that search, and then in your account you can go to the searches that are saved and it'll give you all of the items that have all of the new items in that search. And then I just routinely check on that, look at all the items. I have so many saved searches for so many graphics cards and motherboards and CPUs. And that's how I if you don't do that, it's really, really, really hard to find deals. Recently, I definitely don't use eBay as much as I do Facebook Marketplace, because obviously there's tax and stuff, which adds on to a little bit. But the last graphics card I bought on eBay was a 1080 Founders Edition for about $100. I found that deal. Java is also a pretty good site. I don't usually find too many deals on Java. People on Java really know what they're selling is something you'll find. So, but I still look. I don't think I bought anything off Java, at least recently. And so I'll just give it a routine check every now and then, see if I can't find anything good. Oh, and I know there's a bunch of other ones. AliExpress. I'd be open to using AliExpress. I just never got into using it. OfferUp, all those sites. I know they're pretty decent sites, so I hear, but I've never used them. So feel free to use them. I'm not saying you shouldn't use them. I've just never used them. And now for tips Best tip is going to be negotiate. Be a cheapskate. Get the best prices you can. That's why I love Facebook. You can negotiate very easily. If you offer 50, they go 60, go 55. Don't take the 60. Always try to get in the middle. Save as much money as possible. This one doesn't really have much to do with actually getting the parts. But if you see a graphics card, if you see a really good deal on a graphics card, but you don't have a computer to put it in, just buy the graphics card. I have bought graphics cards. I bought a 3060 for $150 one time, resold it for $300. You can make really good profits off the graphics cards, CPUs, motherboards alone. Tip number 3, there will always be another deal. This might seem like it counters everything else I just said, but you might miss a deal, you might not get to it, and you'll hate yourself. But there will be another deal that comes along. Maybe in a week, maybe a month, maybe a day. But there will be another deal. This doesn't just have to do with marketplaces. This also has to do with new stuff too. Don't beat yourself up because you missed one deal. And same thing. Don't rush yourself to get something. If you rush yourself to get something and you're not prepped for it, if you did not properly plan for that, I've done it before. Luckily, I've been able to scavenge my way out of it. Normally, I bought like a 1 terabyte SSD too soon because there was a deal on it. So now I have a 1 terabyte SSD, but the computer ended up not working out. Luckily, on the next computer, I used it, but you get the point. Don't get stuck with a part you're not going to use for a long time by rushing yourself. I'm thinking of making a series called Anyone Can Flip, where I just show how you flip your first computer. This would probably be episode 1 of how to get good parts. But let me just show you real quick. I have determined a random location to do this. I do not live in San Francisco. Thank God for that. So this is a random location. And we're going to try and find a deal. Starting off with a graphics card. That's a good deal. Although it's got a stock image. But that's a good deal. $70 1660 Ti just came out 4 hours ago in San Fran. Let's see if we can find a better deal on a more expensive graphics card. That's a good deal right there. ASRock 6700 XT for $220, $240, or best offer. We're going to negotiate if we were to buy this, which I will not be getting this. That's a good deal. Okay, you get the point. There are deals out there, anywhere in the world. You just have to find them. Okay, the question for today, since I'm trying to do a question every episode. Intel graphics cards. Are they a bot or are they a flop? Leave your answers in the comments below. Chewy, could you tell the audience thanks for watching? And if they could, like and subscribe because it really helps me out. You are a cat of many words, Chewy. A cat of many words. See you next episode.